All right, warriors, welcome back. Before we get started, we're going to do a breathing exercise, 5 seconds, 5 Mississippis. And what it's for is so that you can have an idea how long 5 seconds is. And when you're being provoked, that pause is going to save your hide from making a mistake, from reacting. You see, narcissists don't argue for understanding. They argue for a reaction, or they provoke for a reaction. And any reaction is fine with them, positive or negative. What matters to them is that you, deep down inside, still give a shit about what they think and say about you. That's all they care about. The minute you become non-reactive, non-responsive, indifferent, well, that's when the narcissist starts damage control. They're mortified. They know the end is coming. And this is why they become very explosive. Desperation sets in. And you can see it. Their body language will change. It's like they go into autopilot. The minute you say something, boom, they're a shift. Some of you have recognized it as their eyes blacking out. Well, what it is, the demon took over. They surrendered to the demon. And it's now going to take over because they can't afford to be exposed. And the demon is spanking that ass because they underestimated you. See, narcissists were banking on them being able to go play behind your back and come back to base to play house again. They thought they had such a stranglehold and control over you that they could come and go as they please until they couldn't no more. You see, they underestimated you to a point that they actually had a thought. This is what destroys narcissists. Thinking for themselves is no bueno. Let's talk about it. Let's take a beach walk and chill after this breathing exercise and come into this conversation that's one way with an open mind. That's not self-convict. You've done that enough. Look, you gaslight your damn selves. After a relationship with a narcissist, you're volleying back and forth. You're playing tennis when you should be playing solitaire. 5 seconds, warriors. Let's do this. Come on. Release slowly. All right. Shake that shit off, y'all. Look. Food for thought. Have y'all ever considered the fact that just maybe the good Lord weaponized you to become the harshest lesson to narcissists? In other words, if you fuck with my people, this is what you're going to run up against. Warriors, reverse psychology, you may have not known this, but the psyche, as you are trying to forget someone, you become more enamored with them. And it's why I have to serve it up in a way where you understand why hobbies are so damn important, because as you're connecting these dots, you need to also have something that's going to entertain your mind on something new, something you haven't done before. Not hobbies that you've mastered, because in hobbies you've mastered, it's so mechanical that you can still get lost in thought and ruminations. And that's not bueno. Mira, escúchame, come here, listen. Narcissists fail to adopt hobbies to distract themselves. It's why they stay stuck on stupid. It's why they stay stuck on limerence and wanting to come back to something that they discarded. And it's why they spend a lifetime trying to find your replacement and they can't find anything more, better, bestest, and they're never satisfied. Warriors, I'm going to tell you the honest truth. Affirming narcissist's mental disorder is not an act of kindness. I know it's the easy way out because it's non-confrontational. But part of you exercising your boundaries is not to participate in the pretend lies because it's the easy way out. You see, you're not helping a narcissist to seek help or change their ways when you're enabling it. And understand, they're self-aware, but they're also aware that many affirm their behaviors, and it's why they continue to behave in such a way. Mass media enables it and rewards it. And even now, until mortification slaps them in the ass, they affirm each other. The problem is, as a world order, people are waking up to this, understanding that the mental disorder will never be satisfied. They engage new chaos because understand, narcissists, psychopaths, sociopaths can only operate so long as they have an enemy. And if it's not you, they're going to create an enemy. They got to have something, and this is their purpose in life, to instigate chaos. Now, because the gig is up, most are going to be very defiant and very physical because they've already destroyed their reputations, most of them their bodies, because they bought full in on the affirmations given, and now that the rug's being pulled out from under them, they can't fix what they've already destroyed. And look, narcissists know deep, deep down inside, they don't have sense, much less common sense. They can't make choices on their own. They can't think their own way out of chaos. You've ever picked up on this? I've noticed it in crowds and whatnot. Once people get to know who you are and what you're about, they'll look to you for validation. And all their fucked upness, they'll actually say things loud so you can hear it, and then they'll turn directly at you. Right, Chico? See? The clout chaser, the narcissist, always seeking validation for the choices they're making or for what's coming out of their mouth. Now look, narcissists are going to be begging for help, begging for healing, because they know that part of your codependency, part of your addiction is to give. You wake up with so much love to give, it's pouring out. The problem is, I need you to start learning how to regulate that. You see, some of y'all end up exhausted, and it's not even the end of the damn day, because you got energy vampires around you just throwing up their problems at you and waiting for you to solve them. And some of them, it's not even a problem. It's a made-up problem that they heard from another department or a different group, or Groot, and they come and adopt that story for their own, seeking empathy because they saw how everyone poured into the other one that told the story, the one that owns it. And they just want some of that. So they'll retry the story and adopt it as their own. Some of you have caught them. And some of you have actually heard the narcissist admit it because they can't remember them telling the story. And they'll go, oh, yeah, Nah, I made that up. Like, no big deal. Now, I want to share something with you. Another remark from a warrior. And this warrior remarks quite a bit and shares awesome insights. Randy Brinkman. On one of the videos he commented, and we're talking about narcissists here. They're agitating, they believe, is power. Attention for being a nuisance is easier than attention for doing something well. Want a narcissist to stay away? My life has been so empty since you've been gone. Empty of strife, chaos, suffering, stress, etc. They're not about the details, only they get the reaction they were attempting to obtain. Agape. Randy, thank you for sharing these insights and the many that you've shared on this channel. Understanding through different insights, the same recipe, the same playbook, gives us an understanding as a whole, as a collaborative, that the narcissist playbook can be very predicted. And this is what narcissists fear, that you educate yourself more on narcissists, narcissism, healing from narcissist abuse, to a point that your indifference now, when it comes to narcissists, falls on deaf ears, non-reactive. In fact, to a point that narcissists are shook for even making the attempt, because they know an intelligent empath, an educated empath, or a logical thinker can weaponize a narcissist's incompetence against them. And they have no idea where it's coming from who or how, because we operate intelligently and not on the gray line. Quite frankly, it's in our silence that freaks them out the most. And they will trip on their own dicks or kitty cats. Damn. Well, anyway, I'll share something with you funny. Since I was a child, I want to share this with you because it makes food taste more better bestest. When I eat stew, beef stew, chicken stew, whatever stew, if it's got potatoes in it, it doesn't matter at what socio-class company I keep or I'm in. If stew comes out with potatoes in it, I reach in my bowl and I grab that potato by hand and I eat it. And I could care less who's watching, because in my world, it was my safe space. You see, as a child, I used to eat my dinner under the table, because when you have empathy, you can feel the air and the energy, the chaos, the bullshit. And I could enjoy my potato under the table in silence. And it tasted so much more better bestest. I share that with you because if one day we happen to run into each other and you see me eating a potato in hand, that you know why. You see, warriors, what we do, we share the reason. And so now, if anyone were to see me eating a potato in my hand, it would be more of a aw than a what the hell? You see, this is what separates us from the animals. Our ability to communicate. Be deliberate in your words. And in your disagreements, be respectful. Share your insights. This is how we gain understanding. The only ones that don't deserve an explanation is the narcissist. That's when your no means no. And sometimes it's better to leave them in your silence and absence, because that means fuck off. Warriors, y'all are badasses, you know it. And I'm proud of you. And Randy, thank you. Thank you so much for sharing. Thank you for your support. This is how we build each other up. We mentor, we teach, and we associate with our own kind. Fuck the narcissist. Those ungrateful shits had no idea that they should have appreciated being in your shade, seeing how they wouldn't have made a pimple on your ass on your worst day. Now, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, they're forced into the hands of their own kind, and now they can play pretend with each other in affirming their own mental disorders. Can I get a what? I need you to stay in your path. Stay in your lane. The fear of missing out, FOMO? Your job is to be a spectator as narcissists commence the gladiator games. They're food for the lions. Community property. They were never yours to teach or fix. Now that you realize the con, your walk-away game, bitch please. Next. It's never goodbye, warriors. Thanks for your support. Namaste. Oh yeah, it's a double. A double. Get off that fucking couch, own it today. Namaste.